It's no secret to those that know me that I love to grill and smoke meat. I love the process and I love the end product. A friend recently said to me, the journey is the most gratifying part of smoking meat. Well, recently it's become a lot more expensive to take that journey. The prices at the local butcher shop have skyrocketed. I don't even want to know how much this spread on this Instagram account costs for now. And by the way, if you aren't following Over the Fire Cooking on Instagram and you smoke meat, you are missing out. Follow that guy. And by the way, follow this channel. Hit that subscribe button so that you know when I produce a new financial planning video. Did you know that bacon costs 11.1% more this year than last? And if you haven't smoked bacon yet, you are missing out. Make sure you try it. Well, this isn't a cooking video, so let's get back to finance. Virtually everything we consume has seen price increases over the last year. Of course, last year, we're in the middle of a lockdown and demand for most things fell significantly. It's reasonable to have a little bit of a snapback, right? But to this degree, stick around and we're going to talk about your cost of living, inflation, and what it means to you. It's Colin Exelby here, and I provide financial planning for business owners and their families that make sense. We are here to help you see the forest through the trees. I am the owner of a virtual financial planning firm, Celestial Wealth Management, and provide advice to families all over the country. Now let's get back to those bacon prices. Man, up 11% in 1 year. And let's not even talk about the price for steaks or even chicken wings that are now market price. It's crazy out there. It's time to talk about inflation. So what is inflation? Inflation is a term used to describe the increase in prices of goods and services that we need to live. It is also the byproduct when government policy collides with supply and demand. The government has continued to create US dollars to fund all the different stimulus packages that are aimed to get the country back on its feet. As more and more dollars enter circulation and are put into the hands of Americans, those dollars are chasing the same, or in some cases, fewer goods and services. It increased the prices for many of the things that we use on a day-to-day basis. The most recent inflation report for July of 2021 showed that the overall headline inflation increased 5.4% over this time last year. It's the highest 12-month increase since 2008. It's no wonder that on Google Trends, searches for inflation in 2021 have gone through the roof compared to the previous 15 years. Just check out this chart. I've pulled out a few specific numbers from that report. The average price of a used car sale increased a whopping 41.7%. The average price of a hotel room jumped 24.1% over last year. Gasoline prices are up 41.8%. Utility price gas was up 19%. Car and truck rentals, they're up 73.5%. And most everything else was up in the 3 to 7% range. What is clear to most people is that it's more expensive to live today than it was 12 months ago. So what can you do? Well, if your cash flow isn't increasing, your purchasing power is decreasing. It's as simple as that. Finding and acquiring assets to add to your portfolio that typically perform well when costs are increasing is a much different strategy than when prices are stable. For instance, high growth companies often underperform because the value of their future cash flows is diminished. But companies with high quality, dependable dividends often get rated higher because of the transparency and the visibility of their upcoming cash flows. Fixed rate bonds, cash, and CDs often lose purchasing power as costs rise. But real estate that throws off rental income typically does well when inflation rears its ugly head. That's because those rents can be adjusted upward as costs increase. Additionally, investing in things that if you drop them on your foot would hurt, commodities like gold, silver, lumber, aluminum, and copper, often outperform when inflation picks up. While none of these strategies are guaranteed to work, and past performance is no guarantee of future success, these strategies have the potential to help your portfolio if costs continue to rise. Now, if you have any questions on how you could potentially employ these strategies, book a meeting with me at my website, celestialwm.com, or speak with your financial advisor. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and smash that subscribe button so you're notified whenever I release a new financial planning video. And if you have any comments to add, make sure you do so in the comments section below. I'll do my best to answer any of those questions.